I'm drinking warm beer.
Cool.
Warm IPA.
I'm drinking rosé.
Oh my god. Rose gold. All right.
I'm drinking rosé, and I'm holding a pink plastic spoon in my hand for some reason right now.
What is your story?
Yeah, there's something.
Giving it good, letting her work. Giving it good, letting her work. Giving it good, letting her work. Giving it good, overnight drive.
Wow, right on target. Oh, I got it back. See, we do 2 in a row, and we've got it all back.
Just back.
Andrew, I'm drinking warm beer right now.
That's neat.
I read online.
I'm drinking rosé wine right now.
Is it Lancers? Remember Lancers that came in the weird bottle that your parents would drink?
I don't know. My parents were never wine drinkers. Like, I had to acquire the taste for wine in my mid-20s because my parents, like...
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, my father drank a lot of beer, but that was about it.
I've never seen you just, like, slug down a Budweiser, I think, ever.
No, that's not in my lane.
What is in your lane, man? Give me 3 things that are totally in your lane.
3 things totally in my lane.
Yeah, let's have a lane. Let's have a lane check. We got to do this every
Shit.
week.
God damn it! All right,
Lane.
I'm really on the spot here.
You're always on the spot for the last 125 episodes.
Really beautifully made bent
Women.
plywood furniture is totally in my lane.
Okay.
I just turned around. I looked at my Eames lounger. I'm like, yeah, that shit's in my lane. It's my lane.
That's it.
Voice-operated personal assistants are in my lane.
Totally.
Alexa, what's the Yankees score right now? Fuck. Oh. Oh, well, look at that. All right.
You have Billy Joel's daughter waiting on you hand and foot. There?
Yeah, it's. I have the weirdest life. It is fucking wild
God,
in here.
Alexa Joel. Wow, what's she up to lately?
What the fuck is in my? What I don't know. What else is in my lane?
Oh my! See, this shouldn't be a
You know
hard
what? Fucking
thing.
Saunas are in my lane. Like the hottest sauna you can get at me with is my lane. That's where I'm at.
Did you do a Nuru?
I didn't. No, I didn't do a Nuru.
Did you
I did
ask-
do the sauna today. Though.
Did you ask Gabri if she would do a Nuru on you?
No, I have not.
They
In
have
fact, I haven't said Nuru since last time we did this show.
I don't think you even said Nuru then.
Probably
I listened
not.
back and you're just like, yep.
Cool.
Oh, good. And I was like, yeah. And then Nagasaki. Remember that? Remember last episode?
No,
If you
it
haven't
seems so
listened to
long
the last
ago.
episode and you have like 10 of our I know there's some of you people out there who have like 10 of our episodes unlistened to. That's so sad.
That is really fucked up.
You should really honor your favorite podcasts by fucking listening to them and not being lame.
Yeah, using the traditional podcast application.
That's it. Just the regular Trad Pro plus 15. Don't use anything else because you're going to end up in a world of hurt or something.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I had a good day today. I've been drinking. I'm actually drinking warm IPA because I read online that IPA is best served warm.
That was traditionally how it was done.
Yeah. So, but it's good because now I can buy a thing of like Sierra Nevada Torpedo and just leave it in my room forever.
Was it because it takes so long to get the ale back to England from India that it was just like there was no point in cooling it? It was,
It's old
just
world.
meant to be warm because that was the state it was in.
I'm in like an old world state of mind lately.
What's in your lane? Let's get back to this.
Damn, I really was hoping you wouldn't answer.
I know. Well, you're in the old world state of mind, so
I am in an old world state of mind. Fake wood paneling,
Yeah, it's in your lane.
definitely in my lane. Licking a clit, really good. Like for an extended period of time.
Way too long.
Not even 2, just until the magic happens.
To the point where like you're doing it and you hear that the click of the iPhone being closed. Did you just
Oh, I
just
hear
check,
the
you check Instagram?
I hear the intro to the Conan O'Brien show. Why should she be just watching it on her phone? So not into what I'm doing. It's usually the way it goes.
That's your lane.
Yeah, I'm not quite a coxman. I'm not quite the coxman I believe I am. Like if I filmed or like looked in a mirror while I was doing it, I would be very disturbed. Like I would just be like, "Wow, I'm way too big." Because Young Bucks is
Proportions are all off.
Yeah, it's true. I was explaining to my cousin this past week that I am like slightly out of scale as a human. Like I'm a little bigger than everybody else, and it fucks with my head. Like my head is
Can't
big.
quite make sense of it.
I can't. My head is big. My shoulders are big. Like I'm just like, you know, you go like model trains that are all HO, and then you
I
have
don't
like
know what that
another
is.
like a what's that?
What is HO?
HO is like a standard scale of model trains.
Wow. Okay, I'm learning.
And then you bring in like another, like it'll fit the rail, but it's a little bit bigger, and nobody knows what to do with it. That's basically how I am when I'm like dating. People are like, "Oh, this guy's much overall larger than he appears online."
I feel like that's a thing for some people, though, isn't it?
Yeah, well, Young Bucks is all about it. But I fear that if we ever filmed each other in that way of porno, that I would look very big, because she's very slight. She's like 5 foot nothing, 100 weighs like 100 and nothing. A gust of wind could blow her over.
Damn.
I've tried. I like wave a pot holder.
I was saying you've tried. You've just tried to shove her over before. Is that what you're telling me? You
I've
just
been
walk up and
slowly-
just shove her. Sometimes that's wild.
I've been slowly shaming her into starvation, and when I wave a pot holder at her, she falls over. It's very weird. Oh, my third lane. I like looking around my room here. Well, I used to like VHS, but that's old hat. You know, I like cassette tapes.
All right, I feel that. Feel that.
Such a lame lane. I'm such a lame. I actually know what. Correction. I like lamps. Old lamps. I have an Eames lamp on my desk. Very nice.
All right, all right.
I have some kind of other lamp contraption.
So Charles and Ray Eames are pretty much in our lane. In other words,
That's it. Charles and Ray Eames, forget it. Although, didn't they have a weird thing where Charles and Ray Eames lived like a loveless marriage based around furniture?
really, I
And
didn't know
money.
that. That's pretty wild.
Yeah. Have they found the Gilgo Bay killer yet?
No, I spent some time after the last episode
So did
reading
I.
up on it, get some updates.
But
Nothing yet.
But the one of the family, one of the victims was racked with other murder. Her sister of one of the victims killed her own mother.
Jesus, damn.
Yeah, so I think that's the Gilbo Bay killer, and they killed her sister to throw them off the trail.
You think it was the sister did it?
Yeah,
Wow, fuck. All right.
because she killed her own mother and was like about it.
I mean, I won't discount that. That seems reasonable.
Sure, that's like
That seems
Unsolved
like a good
Mysteries
SVU
shit.
episode.
Remember Unsolved Mysteries?
Love Unsolved Mysteries.
What a shame it'll be when we're in our 50s, right? And we're like, yeah, Unsolved Mysteries, and no one knows what we're talking about.
Not a thing. You can play the theme song. No one knows. No one gets immediately tight when you play the theme song like they do to people in our age bracket.
It was like the scariest thing at night, and I know that was the time to get ready, because my parents had this thing where they're like,
like lock and load.
yeah, well, my parents had this thing about, like, first of all, at night they'd say, it's 8 o'clock, it's time to get ready to go to bed, which means you had another hour, but it's time to get ready, like mentally, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where does that come from? It's the same thing where my mother,
It's time to prepare yourself for the eventuality that you must go to bed.
I mean, thanks for the heads up, but I mean, by the time I'm like 12, I kind of know what the deal is. Like when Mike Hammer comes on at 9, because my parents are like big CBS fans. So when Mike Hammer comes on starring Cece Keach, I knew time to go to bed. And it's funny because after I went to bed, I'd hear them argue. Like they'd leave it all pent up until I go to bed.
And just keep you awake all night with the arguing. It's
Yeah,
wild.
and then keep me awake all night. So then I'm up and fucking 30-something's coming on with fucking Ed Begley Jr. And I'm like, shit. I'm going to turn my TV on. They're so engrossed in battle that they don't even notice that I'm up watching TV past 11, watching Johnny Carson.
Think of how different your life would be if they just got along while you were asleep.
You know, they
And you
didn't
didn't have a
always
chance
do
to
it.
stay up and watch fucking Johnny Carson every night.
I don't know what the deal was. I don't know why. I should ask them why they would fight like cats and dogs over something. Even back then I knew it was silly. It's just like couples like bickering, you know. But they would wait.
Just fucking let it build all day. Be
And the best
"Oh,
part-
woman, I swear to God, tonight when this kid goes down, I am
King,
gonna
you
throw you
are-
around the kitchen like you wouldn't believe.
I'm gonna throw you down hard on the floor, push you down for final contact.
Wow. We just outed your father as a wife beater on our podcast.
That is not
what just happened there.
Hold on. My father's my main man. He's never laid a hand on me or my mother. And I'm just kidding.
That's cool.
So before you fucking call the sheriff patrol, before you call Sheriff Apple,
Dude.
just letting you know. Before you call Charles Bronson, you know what? We haven't done a Bronson trailer in a while.
No, I fucked that up last time. I kind of got off that train when I started to play the entire Bronson movie from the beginning.
Hey, that was my fault. Would you like to hear one?
I would.
All right.
Oh, wow. Holy shit. Look what happened.
Charles Bronson in Dreams, a Golan Globus production. Just kidding, buddy.
Oh.
But you have to remember that is the only thing we've ever differed on this podcast.
That is true.
Is that I love Sammy Hagar, and you couldn't give a shit less.
I wish Sammy Hagar died in 9/11. Like, it's just
Hey, 9/11 in 4 days.
Yeah, we're
very
getting there.
timely, very poignant. Does the city feel weird?
No. It's weird because the city should feel weird and doesn't every year, this time of year. Like, everyone should be getting all, like, wound, and nobody is. Yeah.
It's an important anniversary in our country's, the day that changed the country forever.
I haven't checked to see if the lights are up yet. Maybe tonight's the night.
It's tonight that the Gilgo Beach killer directs fucking Muhammad Atta Jr. to drive a plane into the lights. Not quite as effective as driving a plane into the giant building right there.
Makes a statement, though.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's small, and it's because it's like they don't have as much plug as they used to, money wise. So they fly like a one engine plane.
Yeah, it's a Spirit Airlines. Nobody noticed it was gone for hours.
It's a Cape Air. It's like and it like lands like they're sure. Oh, I'm gonna fucking crash it, and then it like lands perfectly on the street. And he's like, God damn it.
God, I totally fucked this up.
And he's in, like, Pilot's magazine, like, oh, heroic. Now it's reminding us of what could have been. And, like, Sully Sullenberger's there, like, oh, good job. You saved these people. And he's like, fuck, if you only knew the truth.
Interesting thing about Sully. Because that movie's out right now. Everyone's remembering Sully.
How timely. Wow,
How
only
timely.
6 years later.
All right. Everyone knows what this dude did. All right, dude, flying a plane, just in case you were on Mars, you were on the Mars mission. Dude's flying a plane, and I think a bunch of geese flying in the engine, he loses altitude, he's fucked, they do a water landing in the Hudson, effectively, coming out of LaGuardia. And everyone's fine. He saves everyone on board by, like, having the quick wits to be like, oh, fuck, we're going down, let's go into emergency, like, pilot shit. And,
Let's take emergency.
Yeah, and so we're going to take emergency.
That's why there was such an orange film around the plane, because they were carrying a gross of emergency. It was a bunch of teachers.
And due to the wits about him, and that was it. What nobody ever mentions, and I find this fascinating, is that Sully was like a pilot for a minute, like reasonably decorated, never did much, remarkable. Was just like, just a standard wife-beating pilot.
No, I meant war wife beater. Wow, you have a one-track mind, dude.
Yeah, no, I'm just beating up women on my mind tonight. But no one talks about the fact that this dude effectively, like, he ran a school for pilots who are in crash situations. Like, no one ever talks about the fact that this was the most prepared person on planet Earth for the fact that this happened. Like, it's unbelievable. It's like if,
almost like too coincidental.
It's like if somebody got knocked out in a market, like somebody knocked out a terrorist, and everyone was like, "Oh, I can't believe he did it," but it was Rocky, and it was like, "Yeah, of course, Rocky knocked out the terrorist. He's fucking Rocky,"
Right.
Yeah. So this dude was the man for the job in every way. It was not like blind luck. He trained for this every single day of his life. I found that pretty interesting.
It's funny enough you mentioned Rocky in the supermarket, because one of the more gripping scenes in the movie Cobra was when he comes into the supermarket and kills the man.
Yeah, and now let's pretend that everyone's like, oh my god, this random person out of nowhere just took it upon himself to...
Ringer,
he made a gun out of parts he found on the floor, and he shot the guy. No, it was Cobra, stupid. It was Cobra. That's what he does.
Cobra of the sky. He didn't even break a sweat. He didn't even break a sweat. He probably lit a cigarette. He's like, whoa, I've been waiting my whole
He's
life.
probably so excited to do it. Like, yes, finally. Finally,
Do
yes.
you ever look at people and wonder what they're like in bed?
No, not really.
Right? Never, really, never.
No, not really. Like, obviously sometimes, but
I'm
like
talking
that
about like
doesn't
your
really.
boss or like random people. and
Oh
you're like,
yeah, that's just depressing though.
But even when, like, I think Sully, like, if he's prepared, he's like, he could totally work that angle. He was a hero. I mean, even heroes get laid a lot, even if they're old men. I bet Audie Murphy from World War II, gold medal winner.
Gold.
The gold
medal in World War II.
Oh
It's
my
wild.
God. He killed the most men. He won the skeet shooting contest. No, he won the Congressional Medal of Honor. And I don't think it's that much different now than it was back then, where if you're like the man, even for a moment, you'll probably get some pull, you know? So I bet Sully had a lot of love offers.
Probably, I'd imagine.
Do you think he turned them down, or do you think he went for it?
I think he's got a wife that stands by his side. I think he probably turned them down,
I don't think that's true.
except for that one night.
Ooh. Seductive.
One night where he went out to the elbow room just to kick back and relax
In
a little bit.
Albany.
and got
Wow,
weird.
he spoke at the egg. And went to outside. He's like, you know what? I've had a hard life, and now I can't handle all this fame. I need to go out to where the real people mill. Then he went to the elbow room, which is a poor choice. For
Yeah, it
bars.
was where my vice principal of my middle school would just go drink every single night. Like it must have been legendary in that I'm talking about a vice principal from my middle school, and I knew where he drank. Like fuck,
Wow.
Yeah.
We used to have a science teacher, Mr. Clancy, who would drink at the Ground Round at the mall.
Oh, Mr. Clancy, damn.
And when he retired, that's all he'd do.
That's
And we used
that's
to,
what you're supposed to do at that
as
point.
mall rats, we'd go by and be like, "What's up, Mr. Clancy? How many, Mr. Clancy?" And he just looks so miserable, staring forward and drinking. Awful. The last thing he needs is some kid in a taekwondo shirt to be like, "Hey, you're fucking drunk. You fucking drank your way out of your pension."
You know what though? If you're not getting more interesting as you get older, fuck you. You should be mocked at the mall by teenagers.
Do you think that's why Sully purposely crashed that plane into the river?
Of course, he wanted to be more interesting. Probably worked really well for him.
Probably woke up at some awful fucking Queens motel with a capital M and was like, I don't feel interesting.
Oh yeah, Lincoln Motor Inn.
Yeah, he's the Lincoln Motor Inn. There's a working girl standing next to him. And while he didn't partake, he heard all night. He was like, headboard.
Laying there looking at the ceiling. Holy God.
That was it. Yeah, because you know, when you're about to get off, you speed up. You know?
You know?
That's not her. That's not her knocking. That's the headboard.
Ah, I see.
And sometimes there's a sensual guy who'll come over.
That
and
would
it's
be
like,
funny if it was her knocking, though, just standing at the door, just rhythmically knocking.
Sully, I know you're in there. Sully?
God. Oh, God. Windows don't open. He can't
Hello?
climb out. Forget it.
Oh, I'm very tired. I need to fly tomorrow, and I have a bad feeling about the flight. What can I do for you, woman? Oh, well, I know you're Sully, and I just thinking maybe we could have a party. He's drunk. She's, like, all tore up and whatever. He's like, no, I have an obligation to my 12 passengers. I mean, let's not act like he saved the fucking Hindenburg.
I don't know how many people were on that plane, I wonder. I gotta go see this stupid movie now.
Do it. It'd be great.
Oh, God, this looks so fucking bad. Movies look so bad.
Sully. Movies are meant to be bad, I think.
It's dark.
Would you like to hear a Charles Bronson movie trailer for real?
Yes.
Here you go, pal. This is so awesome already.
Jeez. Is this a Western?
Yep.
Brother! Here's candy for you!
Oh my god. There's men running away with a woman.
Great soundtrack.
Really good. Oh, Charles Bronson is like... He's like...
us down. One after one. You can't can't fight what you can't see. Come at us! He's just letting you know he's out there.
Jack Palance.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, he just threw a snake at some guy. That's great.
I learned one thing when I was with Tom Jeffords chasing Cochise. You can never know what's in a Apache's mind.
2 minutes left. This is very bad. I can't
What
play the
movie
rest.
was that?
Just called Chado's Land.
Oh, you know, I've always meant to watch Chado's Land. I never watched it. All right.
It's Charles Bronson. It's good because it's like he's wordless. He has no lines, but he threw a snake at a guy. He intervened when there was a time of rape. I gleaned all this from just watching the trailer.
There is. I mean, he doesn't have no lines, but there's that that Morricone movie that he just plays harmonica the whole time. Like that's instead of him speaking, he just plays harmonica. But it's like bad synth harmonica. It's not. It's awesome. There's a great point where I don't know what you call it, where you just go really quickly and blow from one end to the other of the harmonica. It's almost like dragging your finger across the keys of a keyboard. Yeah, it's a really long movie. It's very long. Very, very long.
Well, I mean, so
Jason Robards,
I love
Henry Fonda,
See, those are all the famous old faces.
Claudia Cardinale,
Claudia Schiffer.
Claudia Schiffer, Jack Black.
Oh, perfect.
Great movie.
Some of my most favorite actors ever.
Super good.
So, are you playing fantasy football at all this year, Andrew?
I am not. I'm out of fantasy football. It's not happening. I'm checking out. I'm focusing all my psychic energy on just having the actual football team I like win.
Well, like, who's that?
I root for the Giants. What are you trying to set up here? I don't understand.
I'm not trying to set up shit. I just
What is
want
this
you.
thing you're doing right
I'm
now?
one of the. You know what? I feel emotionally neglected by you, and I need you to tell me how you really feel about things.
Oh, this is awful. God, this is the worst episode ever.
No, it's not. I'm just giving you some stock shit to talk about because I just
Really
wanna,
good.
I just
Great.
want to hear your. I just want to hear your voice because I miss you.
Oh, I don't like this at all.
I know. That's why
Not even a little bit.
Did I tell you that Young Box and I went to a sex shop?
No, well, maybe. Recently?
Yeah.
Okay, then no.
We went. We purchased a marital aid, as they used to call them.
Excellent.
A vibrador to use on her, not me. Mm-hmm. But we spent an extra long time there, and it was the best dynamic in the world because it was close to closing time, and there was a young woman working there, which can't be a good job.
Yeah, my God.
And
like
they were
alone?
Yeah.
Somebody was like, "Oh, this is a good idea. You can hang out here alone."
Out here alone, work the night shift, work until midnight in a place in Troy, and you clearly walked here because there's no cars in the parking lot. We were the only ones there. But occasionally a very disappointed gay guy, or I'm assuming, would duck his head in. Not even come in physically, just duck his head in, look around, and leave.
Oh, is this a jerk booth spot?
This is the Jerk Booth spot.
Uh-huh.
Amazing.net in Troy, New York. And it was kind of awesome. It was a real breakthrough moment in our relationship, I do believe.
Glad you guys are still breaking barriers.
We
It's,
really,
it's pretty
what's
great.
the thing with love? You got to keep it fresh. You got to keep it standing up. Take that for what
I will indeed. I forgot to. I was going to send you a photo. I had every intention earlier today of putting Rudolph Hess on my iPhone lock screen, and then the actual iPhone event started. So I got distracted by watching that, and then life just happens.
Are you going to partake in the new iPhone? The new iPhone.
Yeah, I mean, I do that every year. It just gets sent to me. I don't have to do anything.
I am an iPhone 5 loyalist. I think.
It's such a odd thing. I don't know. Like, eventually, that's just not going to work anymore. So it's weird to be loyal to something. It's like being loyal to like Jainism.
Eugenics.
It's being loyal to you. Well, listen. I think eugenics is going. I think eugenics has a very bad rap, and eventually will come back around and be more welcomed.
I mean, if you think about it, right? If you strip away the Nazi stuff, because they took it way too far. But if there are people in this world who should not have kids, and there are very genetically perfect people who should, and we fill the world with perfect-looking people, so that the world looks awesome. Everywhere you look, Claudia Schiffer, David Copperfield, Charles Bronson,
everywhere.
Andrew.
It's just Bronson, Missouri.
It's Branson, Missouri, and Yakov Smirnoff has a show there still.
Jesus.
Who's great. Now, that's somebody you should look up. That's somebody we talk about who nobody knows about.
Definitely look him up.
Like we say Balky, we talk about Balky sometimes. Yakov Smirnoff is great because his one joke was, what a country. Because he loved America. And he's like, if I was like, hey, Andrew, in Russia, beer drinks you.
Hold on. So you're telling me this dude is still out there doing that joke? Like
Yes.
somewhere somebody's paying for this?
Yes. Let me pull up, if you will. I'll pull up a concert from this year.
Holy fuck. This dude
I'm
is
not
still
kidding.
touring. Are you kidding me? I mean, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Oklahoma City, Skokie. I mean, he's hitting the spots where this shit is still works. But Jesus.
Do you think that he played Hershey, Pennsylvania?
I would imagine probably. Do
And
you remember
know the
him,
problem.
his bit part in the Money Pit?
No, I don't remember. Tell me.
Very briefly, he plays it straight. He doesn't do his fucking what a country shit. It's really weird.
Why
God, this dude is
bother?
in some bad fucking movies.
Don't mind
Jesus.
us. We're frantically Googling Yakov Smirnoff, and we're discovering more and more. This is something that we also used to do, is frantically Google pop figures. So join us by Googling him right now. Yakov Smirnoff.
I would say, yeah, fucking maybe go and check. Man, this dude's got a Boston date? Really? What's up, Boston?
You wanna
Things
go?
that bad there right now?
You want to go?
No, I really don't want to go to this.
Okay. I have
I
a
really
Yakov.
don't.
So if this will totally make up your mind for you, I'm going to read. I found a Yakov Smirnoff joke that somebody wrote in their blog online. So they just wrote it, and they're like, "Oh, the funniest joke I ever read." Ready? And he's talked in this Russian accent, which is supposed to be funny or whatever. I like American women. They do things. I see. I can either do. I can't. I like American women. They do things sexually Russian girl never dream of doing. Apparently, it's fucking Nelson Mandela now.
Imagine being the woman that Never mind. Whatever. Yeah. Go ahead. We'll knock on that door later.
Yeah. First of all, Yakov. I mean, come on. I like American women. Okay, this is as read by Nelson Mandela. This is a very important cultural piece. They do things sexually Russian girl never dream of doing, like showering. That's actually a great joke. That's a great joke. In Russia, we only had 2 TV channels. Channel 1 was propaganda. Channel 2 consisted of a KGB officer telling you to turn back at once to Channel 1.
Oh.
Oh, wait, here's some more. Before you spend your hard-earned money on Yakov Smirnoff, get this. Falling in love is a chemical reaction, but it wears off in a year. True, right? How many
Boy.
people are in relationships for 4 years and the love only lasts for a year?
Oh, yeah, like 9 months, and that's it.
Oh, just 9 months? That's something
think-
else, man.
I think many people are in that situation. Many of you listening may be in that situation.
Super in that
right now.
situation where it's too much of a drag to break up because of a myriad of things. You are commingled financially, friends-wise. You're like, oh, we have too many. I've actually heard people say we can never break up because we have too many mutual friends.
Yeah, that's a good reason.
great reason to stay together. Because
I think-
then my friends will take sides, and I won't have a social life. But this is the same dude who texts you night and fucking day asking you where you are. So you don't really have a fucking social life.
That's the thing. I think many of you listening have this happen, and many of you don't know it yet, which is a lot of fun. I feel like as you're sitting here listening to this podcast on headphones across the room from your SO, and you're thinking everything's good.
Oh, yeah.
And
Then you
meanwhile,
realize-
she is not feeling it. She's like, nope,
Nope.
nope. Like looking for an escape hatch anywhere.
Kayla, or what's another young name?
Kayla.
Kayla is
Only Kayla.
Kayla is humoring you. You're being humored, musically, sex-wise, everything. She talks. She's on a group chat with her friends. It's lights out. Forget it. Oh, I'm just really bummed. He just never tells me where he is. Whatever. It's a rough life, bro.
It is a rough life, man.
I think you
feel for
should break up with her and break that lease, and then go and try to be a successful stand-up.
I think that's a great idea. You should do that. You should start right now.
According to
Go
Yakov
ahead.
Smirnoff, balance is so important in our lives. In our busy world, we can give ourselves balance between thinking and feeling.
That was a what?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. That sound that you just heard in the background
The dying bird.
was me, the dying bird was me opening the drawer to get
The gun.
a stack of checks out, because talking about breaking the lease, in my mind I went, oh fuck, I still have not paid fucking rent for September yet. I really have to do that. All I have to do is write 4 things on this piece of paper and walk down 2 flights of stairs and put it in a mailbox. That's all I've had to do since the 1st of September, and yet here I am, still, now 7 days in, still unable to just pay rent like a grown adult.
Are you going to wait until 9/11? That's what I really want to
Should
do.
we're having a really hard time because of 9/11, and I'm sure you understand.
I hate my life. Why is that funny?
Did you lose people in 9/11? Well, we all lost people. in
Yeah,
9/11.
I mean, in a way, sure. I mean, in a sense.
And, I mean,
In a
yeah.
sense of feeling, along the way, we all lost someone.
Didn't you? I mean,
All I'm saying, is that I think everyone lost someone that day, even if, you didn't know someone who worked at a financial company. Or like Windows in the World. Remember Windows in the World? You ever been?
No, what was
did you
that?
ever go? Did you ever go to the restaurant on top of World Trade Center?
no, I actually never went up there at all.
Oddly enough, my uncle was head of fire and security for Merrill Lynch on that day. He doesn't like to talk about it
Yeah, I bet he doesn't.
because he's the prototypical, atypical Staten Island. Hey, so you got to put on your shoes one foot at a time if you're gonna get anywhere in this world. You gotta, you're your own man. You gotta go to the office every day. You're a smart
So
man.
is this the archetype for Staten Island guy?
This is the archetype for Staten Island guy.
Wow, damn! Everyone's learning something.
Hey,
here.
Pep Boys, 3 tires and you get the 4th one free. I mean, tell me wake me up when there's a better deal than that. But he was the head of fire and security for Merrill Lynch that day, and he helped everybody leave, and everybody else perished, and he saved everybody on that floor,
According to him.
according to him.
According to him.
I mean, I didn't
It was
Google. I
him
didn't
and that
look.
guy from the league. Fucking helped everyone out of the building really quick.
Yeah, it was that guy who rode the transit officer who rode the building down, and then it turned out to be a lie. Let's talk about all the weird fucking ephemera associated with 9/11, like the 9/12, where there's like one guy in the New York Post was like, yeah, I rode the building all the way down. I made it to the roof. And I rode it down like a skier.
There was the urban legend that there was somebody who was trapped on the top floor and they got out and they didn't even realize the building had fell. They just like got out and were like, "Oh, I'm on the street now." Just like a total fucking lie. Like, not at all a thing.
Or there's the woman who said that she was rescued by a man with a red bandana, and she made her whole career public speaking, talking about being like saved. And then it turned out it didn't happen, and she was exposed after collecting.
Where was she? She was on the like Upper East Side.
Yeah, she wasn't even there. I don't think she even lived in
Nice.
New York. I think she was in Spain at the time.
So good.
But someone, a documentarian, found her waiting for the bus in the financial district and was like branded her as a liar, and she like shooed the camera away.
Oh man, I didn't hear anything about this.
It's so good.
I was too busy reading the story about Mothman being there, Mothman sighting on 9/11. You should fucking YouTube that. There's footage of Mothman, which of course got telephoned. I read one account where where somebody said somebody claims they saw Mothman in the elevator.
That might have been my uncle.
It could have been. It's possible. It was your uncle, the guy from the League, and Mothman all just fucking ushering people like, "Come on, go,
And the guy
go!"
who rode the building down.
And the building rider as well.
Yeah, I rode the building. Oh, I'm still. I can't. I don't know if I can get through this without crying. But I fucking rode the building down, and then turns out he's on talk shows and everything. It turns out he's totally full of shit.
God
And his
damn it!
family
I gotta go
turned
back
him
and
in.
read this.
Well, the woman who lied about 9/11, her name is Alicia Esteve Head.
Cool name.
A Spanish woman who claimed to be a survivor of the attacks on the World Trade Center under the name Tanya Head. It was revealed her story was a hoax. Head was not in New York. She was actually attending classes in Barcelona, Spain. Womp womp. Now, Head rose to mini-celebrity status with her vivid description of crawling through smoke and flames on the 78th floor of the South Tower when United Airlines Flight 175 hit. If true, this would have made her one of only 19 people at or above the point of impact to have survived. She claimed that her fiancé Dave was killed in the North Tower.
Dave Head.
Dave Head. Hey, Dave, is that your real last name? Just want to make sure, yeah, it's Head. My wife's Alicia.
Can I help you with something?
My wife is Tanya Head, and I love her. And if you say one more word about my last name, I'm going to explode. Little did he know later that year there would be an explosion.
He would. You know what's funny to think about? As long as we're being hella morbid with this,
Well, we're talking about a hoax, so not really.
a few people, a handful of people were hit by a plane that day. Like, physically were hit by a plane. If you think about it. Like being run over by a car. We're just, like, looked up. I'm like, oh, well, what the fuck? And then that was it. We're just kind of hit by a plane. That's kind of wild.
You think about how tedious and awful office work is, especially when you're there at 9 in the morning.
It's the darkest part of the whole fucking thing to
And
think
you're
about.
like, I've been coming to the same office, and like people who wear that shit like a badge of honor. I've been coming to this. I've had the same desk for 30 years. All the Kathy cartoons and shit. Like,
Garfield mug.
Oh, yeah. And she's got like the thing of mints, and she's got like, you know, she's like diabetic now, so she's got like the candies going and shit, and she's got the little feet warmers and the personal heater, and she has the fucking computer screen decorated with all kinds of shit.
She's moved in. She's like moved the fuck in.
Oh yeah, like it has like a weird funk because she's been there for so long, and it's the same chair, so that's probably like a legacy, like a family of farts on that seat, because she's been eating at Windows in the World every day, which, you know, if Yelp existed back then, probably would have gotten like a 3, you know. And then she looks up and she's dead.
And I was just have a chance to glance up and be like, what is that?
Well,
And that's it.
that's a plane. But she probably would have said something typically office, like, "Oh, is that a plane?" Like, no, it's a fucking big bird. What do we think it is? Like, right up to the end. Boring office bullshit banter right up to the fucking bitter end for old fucking Clara Head, mother of Tanya. Mother-in-law of Dave Head.
Dave Head.
Dave Head would be a great... If I lived in, like, the East Bay, that would be my punk name.
If you ever witness a crime, you're going to go into WPP. You should be Dave Head.
Dave Head.
Dave Head from Flagstaff, Arizona.
That's my exile name.
That's really good.
I'm Dave Head. I'm just going to lay poolside in Costa Rica with my smuggled millions forever.
As long as we're talking about this, and as long as we're having our 9/11 memorial episode,
I guess this is
mostly
it.
because this is it. This is the 9/11 memorial episode. It's very somber.
Oh, yeah.
People who are listening, especially people who are living in like Tennessee and Ohio and places like that had no direct connection whatsoever. I have two asks of you. One, I want to know what your best 9/11 lie is. Like what the most egregious thing somebody said to you in a 7-Eleven parking lot about their 9/11 experience. Or, like the guy they know who, like fucking ran up the 10th floor, all that shit. And then my second ask is same category, but the most unnecessary 9/11 tribute you had in an area that had no direct impact. I'm really excited to hear these.
Please, that would be awesome. Everybody's gonna pipe in about 9/11.
Yeah, gonna have some pipers.
I can't wait because I have a new office and I haven't tested the waters on the chit chat yet. It's been great so far. It's been like a library.
You had full opportunity to pretend you were deaf.
You know what? You're right.
Whoops.
I am super overdressed for this training because somebody wore a sweatpants with the word bitch across the ass.
Jesus.
And I was like...
Was it you?
Yes, it was me, actually. I went to Five Below, that store, because Rainbow wasn't open. And it's like, that's the store where everything is $5 and below. But if you wash the clothes, they fall apart. So there's a trade-off.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah, so you have to either wear them forever or wash them and cross your fingers, roll the dice.
Buy again.
Yeah, buy another $5. It's like the little Debbies of clothes.
There's a place like that near like the Empire State Building and whatnot. I forget what. Conway. I think it's where you can get a $3 dress shirt. It's not a problem. But if you ever get moisture on it in any capacity, it just melts like it's made of lollipop.
Is he? Is it owned by TV's Tim Conway?
It is owned by it's Dorf Goes Clothing. It's wild.
Dorf on 9/11.
Goes retail. Dorf Goes 9/11.
Look, I have a confession to make. My name is Hans Head, and I was on the 78th floor.
Holy shit! What happened?
Well, we all know what happened that day. What transpired that day was a tragedy. However, through the smoke and the blood came Tim Conway. Came in his Dorf on golf outfit, which is not easy to do because he's on his knees. And I said, "Oh my God, am I hallucinating? Because Are
you America's jewel of comedy?
Oh my God, you're an important fucking square on America's cultural quilt. Are you Tim Conway or a firefighter?" He's like, "I'm TV's Tim Conway. I just happen to be here on the 78th floor." Bumpus' dogs did not like.
Yeah, not feeling that.
Not feeling. And he helped us to freedom.
Wow.
He was whipping the smoke away with his 5-iron, and took us to a stairwell that he knew about because he's famous.
Holy shit! It's so amazing.
A secret stairwell that was untouched by flames. And we rode the rail down to the first floor where we were saved by New York's bravest and finest.
Wow.
And unfortunately, my sister, Tanya's, my brother-in-law, Dave Head, died.
Dave Head.
But he rescued Tanya Head. And now we're all good. But I can't look. Sometimes I'm walking up Broadway and I look over my left shoulder, expecting to see the buildings still, and I instead see a big building, which represents, whatever.
God damn it!
We really fucking blew it here. We're supposed to have a tribute.
I'm sitting here. I was trying to think of the dude on the Carol Burnett show that Tim Conway always used to make him fucking break character. I couldn't fucking remember his name in time, and now now the sun is set on the Tim Conway segment of our show, and that's just pretty much that.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. I thought that was you.
Do you hear it?
I heard it for a second. What am I listening to now?
I just heard. Okay, so I was doing Nick Warkel's fantasy draft. Thankfully, that didn't come over the air. But I heard hip hop music followed by brought to you by Snickers, your draft and review, and it gives you an immediate review of your draft, which is fucking super offensive considering we're right in the middle of our 9/11 tribute.
How's the team looking?
I can rattle them off for you if you'd like.
Please.
Actually, I X'd out of it.
Jesus.
I'm sorry. I was fucking, I haven't thought about Tanya Head in forever, so. Error, no drafts, or Yahoo rules. Never mind.
Oh,
we're done.
God, forget it. We know you just drafted all fucking Seahawks anyway.
I
so
did.
It's like, all right, cool.
I totally did. And I drafted 2 kickers in a row, which prompted Nick to text me.
Oh, he loves fucking commenting on people's draft choices. Fuck you,
draft...
Nick. Be quiet.
What the fuck? Mike,
what is happening?
Nuts. I'm really having a hard time here. I was on a Washington Post article, and suddenly it gave me an. Oh my god! I'm gonna fucking play it. It really wants to be played.
Cool.
$7.95. But you'll be glad to see it here. Fidelity, where smarter investors will always be.
That was our sponsor.
That was our first ad on the show. Wonderful. All right. You know, we could do a lot worse than having Fidelity be an advertising partner here. It's all right.
Okay, so just fidelity.com/OND to get 20% off your first investment.
Yeah, it's cool. I use it.
Have you ever had a little bit of extra money and you're like, well, I could go to the mall, I could get new tires for the car, or I could invest it and make $1 million in 10 years. What would you do?
Tell me more.
That's what I thought. Fidelity Investments is the #1 investment platform for you, a person who doesn't know a lot about investing. I don't know a lot about investing. I just throw money at it and watch it grow.
I just hope that it works.
So go to fidelity.com/OND, 20% off your first investment fee, and watch your money grow like you were fucking coming on it. Shit, I fucking really stuck that last line.
Take that one from the top.
Hey, take 2. Come all over the belly.
Oh, fuck it.
God damn it. Pull out and come all... Oh, God, I'm really fucking fucked up. Okay, sorry. All right, so, Andrew, have you ever had a little extra money laying around? Do you like coming on bit tummies? I like both. I'm going to branch the two together and create Fidelity Investments /CUM-TUM. Cum-tum. Sorry. Oh, Andrew left.
I feel like there's a lawyer drafting a letter somewhere right now.
You see, we have the listenership to do ads, but we don't. So we just do funny ads instead.
Yeah.
An important part is podcasters, young podcasters just starting out. The important part is that we think it's funny. That's it. Enjoy your experience, because not everybody can do this. I didn't get a chance to appeal to the audience for any questions because I was too busy with Nick Warkel's fucking fantasy draft.
That's all right. I was busy watching. All right. God damn it. We bought a white, a duvet
Slave.
cover. We bought a white slave.
Oh my God, what are they doing? Are you sitting on them right now?
She's really good at doing dishes.
Oh, it's a she.
Oh yeah, of course.
Did she sleep on a chain?
We actually make her curl up like a dog, like in that like weird like kidney bean style laying down. That's how she is forced to sleep. It's wild.
She must be very small.
You have very, very specific requests.
Do you bring her into the bedroom?
No, God,
it's
no,
not.
of course
it's not that kind of slave.
No, we don't. We're not going to intermingle.
No, I'm going to break the eugenic stream.
No, God, I've worked so hard for this fucking gene pool. Are you kidding me?
Is
no, we
this
gotta-
your way of telling us that you are going to have a child?
No, it is not. It is not.
Okay. I just was
You
thinking.
keep throwing content at me, and I just keep saying no. Nope.
No, I'm
we,
not. No,
we have
no
the
con-
pitcher-catcher relationship where you just keep proposing pitches, and I just keep shaking them away. Nope.
No
nope.
content.
Nope.
No, we're
Nope.
good.
No babies. Nope. No slaves. Nope. No, we got a white duvet cover that I think was 3 weeks ago. And I've had to bring this thing to the fucking laundromat like 5 times. Like every other day we get some shit on it. Yeah, this morning, walked in, cat vomited all over it. It was awesome. It was fantastic. So, yeah, I didn't have a chance to ask her any questions because I was busy washing cat vomit out of a white duvet cover for the 5th time this month.
Oh God! Don't just get a black one and forget. And
I really think we maybe made a mistake. I think maybe we should have just gotten like a taupe one or a burnt orange or something, because that seems to be what everything that fucking lands on this thing is.
Here's what you do: just go to Target and get the comforter. And don't get a cover for it. Just get
just the comforter.
Just get the down substitute comforter.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I get.
Oh, that's it. That's actually the end. That is the beginning and end of your suggestion, is to just get a comforter. and
No,
just
they
use
have the
that.
down comforter, the down alternative comforter, which I think is plenty warm, plenty big, and you don't have to worry about it.
But there's no cover. You just use it as is.
Yeah. Raw.
And how do you wash it?
Mm,
You just take it to the laundromat, you throw it in, you're like, well, hope that works, and you walk away whistling.
wash it?
Oh, I haven't figured that part out
I'm
yet.
not sure I've ever washed a comforter. I just put it away, and then I bring it out the next year.
Jesus.
Hey, come on. I spent a lot of my life by myself with no one to
find
impress.
That this has not been cleaned properly and been sitting in a closet all year funk to be one of the worst smells.
You just get a can of Lysol.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Then you do it before you go to work. Make it wet with Lysol. You come home, it smells like it smells like a field of lilies.
Wow.
See, you don't have to always do this washing.
It's a window into your life. Holy shit.
You don't have to wash all the time. It's a waste of resources. And you get all that detergent goes right into the water supply.
I have been doing for like 2 weeks now military showers. It's been
Me
it's
too.
been nice.
In the morning, I have to be there by 8. Ugh.
First thing, just on, super cold, wet down, off, lather, on, super colds. That's it.
That's it.
Get the fuck out.
That's it.
It's really nice. That's all I got.
That's all Andrew's got. Now it's going to be 20 minutes of me talking about my favorite type of music. So since Andrew left, I'm going to talk about the band Sailboat.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm back.
he's
Look
back.
at that. Look what
Wow.
happened.
Oh,
Look how
sorry.
that happened. That's crazy.
Sorry,
Holy
man.
shit.
They were named Pitchfork's favorite band of the year, Sailboat.
Jesus
There's also
Christ.
a band out there called Aftercare.
Great. Both really good.
Great.
Great names.
Good names.
Oh, my God. All right, do you want to pull the plug in this fucking stupid bullshit that we do every week? This stupid fucking nonsense that we pretend we still enjoy?
Why, you don't like it anymore?
No, I just wish this was over.
Really?
Every day.
Are you for real?
Every day I just want to call and be like, no mas. Ya basta.
Oh my God.
Ya basta podcast.
God, that's awful. I'll start the Yabasta podcast.
No, I'm actually I'm thrilled that we made the plan to record tonight,
Yes.
and we did it.
I know. Let's do it next week, and then we can have a.
I think that's a good idea. I'm having a real issue. I noticed this a couple days ago. I'm having a real discipline problem.
I noticed
And
it
it's
too.
I'm not getting things done. I'm just not getting them done in a timely fashion. Like this fucking rent check bullshit. I'm waving a check around like you can see it right now.
That's why
I don't like my discipline level.
That's why
so,
I texted you at 7:40 this morning. I was like, "Tonight's the night. Do what you got to
So
do."
here's the deal. Oh, you really did. Yeah, I should send a fucking screen cap of that. That is a legitimate thing. What is it? It's Wednesday the 7th. So this episode will go up
On 9/11.
This episode will go up on 9/11. Perfect. This will go up on 9/11 at 11:11 a.m.
Okay. I believe in you. I think you could do it.
What day is
That's a
9/11?
Sunday.
What day of the week is that?
Sunday.
Sunday. Perfect. All right.
Yep.
Which means that we record the next podcast on 9/12 at
Monday.
8 p.m.
At 8 p.m. Boom. Let's do it.
All right. Mark your calendars.
Sunday release, Monday record. It gives you all week to get it up.
Perfect.
That's our new plan. Let's see if we can stick to it for the rest of the year and be prolific.
I love a good stick to.
Let's stick to. You know, even if it's a Sunday and you're like, we still got to do it. Or Monday when you've got a lot of shit going on, I can wait.
Always a lot of shit on Monday, but that's whatever. I'm getting back into the fucking swing of things. I'm gonna stop this bullshit I'm doing.
Let's make the biggest podcast in the world.
Great. Brought to you by Fidelity Investments.
Hey, Andrew, I've got a lot of money laying around. I don't know what to do with it. Do you? Yeah, I have
This is
thousands.
episode
I got
126
fucking $1,000 right here in my pocket.
of a podcast called Overnight Drive.
Coming to you live from Billings, Montana, in the 7-Eleven parking lot.
Anything you want to plug?
No.
Perfect.
Drinking IPA warm is an intoxicating experience.
Yeah, it sure is. It sure is. Let me tell you.
I'm off Prozac completely, and now I can actually drink, and it's still got me for a little bit of a loop. It's nice.
What's the time frame until you have to go back on though?
No,
So you
I'm on
start to get weird ass.
I'm on Xanax XR. It works way better.
Ah,
And
interesting.
when it
All right.
wears off, which is perfect. 24 hour. It's supposed to be 24 hour, but it's more like 12 hour.
All right.
Perfect. So
Yeah,
I guess I'll plug xanaxxr.com/OND.
once we start doing ads for that pharmaceutical guy, you'll get a discount.
Marty Shkreli,
That's
our
my
boy
man.
Marty. I talked to him. I talked to him last week, and he is non-committal but interested. If that makes any sense.
Perfect. That sounds great.
So
we can work with that.
upcoming at some point, Martin Shkreli for a 5-minute phone call.
This is gonna be so good.
So we have Martin Shkreli, Darren McBee, and Blake Schwartz.
Yeah, it's the
Celebrities.
original Whack Pack.
The original Whack Pack. It's like a Bob Hope film. Perfect.
All right, we'll be back next week. I got nothing to plug. I already plugged it last week, September 30th. You know the fucking deal. All right, that's it. I will. We will see you
On
what is this?
September 11th.
What is that? So it's that September 18th is the next one.
No, September 11th. Oh, no, September 18th. We'll see you at September 18th.
September 18th at 11:11 a.m.
This is September 11th. This has been the OND annual and cherished and beloved, much like the Muscular Dystrophy Telethon. It's our 9/11 I Remember Sully Sullenberg tie-in.
A lot of airline tragedy in this episode.
Yeah, remember Delta Flight 3? Oh, it's a big deal.
All right, we'll be back next week. Be good.